What's up YouTube? It's Coach Cory, and today we're going over the most disliked Brawl Stars video to ever exist. We're going back to a dark period of Brawl Stars during beta launch. Actually, a video made by Supercell themselves, and I was in it. That's right, we're looking back at the Brawl Talk announcing landscape. Now, the literal dislike numbers will not be the highest, but this was, without a doubt, the most disliked, negative, vitriol, hate-filled. I mean, seriously, right after this came out, there were a lot of people who thought Brawl Stars was going to die. And just like taking a look through some of the comments here, there were a lot of comments like this here. If you guys care at all about what the community has to say, you will remove this update from the game. Now that is a pretty wild thing to say that a lot of people were saying. Also, another comment, Cory looks just so depressed and emotionless. But don't worry, someone went a year later and said, yeah, but he's good now. Thanks. No, landscape is going to ruin the game. Ruined game again. Great. What do you mean again, though? What was the other time? Of course, the most liked comment is Brawl Stars for Android. And more, Brawl Stars plus Android equal never. Laugh out loud. Haha, bad update. I always think it's funny when people do lol and then haha. Like, really? Also, I want to address this comment because this is one of the most up-liked ones. God, I'm getting stuff confused. They're paid to say this, but I like the old it was better. I also just want to clear up. So, Supercell invited Lex and I to Finland, and they paid for all the expenses, flight, hotel, food, but they actually didn't pay us at all. $0 were paid for this. So really, we were there and we're meant to give our honest opinion. Although, of course, you know, you're filming with them in person, so you're not exactly, like, gonna be super mean about stuff, and it's meant for the masses. We tried our best, but come on. Also, by the way, you'll notice I threw a like there, tried to help the ratio. There's no way this ratio was positive when the video came out. I'm guarantee that probably like 30,000 views came after this video was like a year later. I guarantee a lot of those likes came from that. Also, why is this video still alive? It's unlisted. I don't know, because the Brawl Stars channel has 1 billion plus views, so deleting 100,000 isn't a big deal. But without further ado.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brawl Talk. My name's Ryan.
Also, first off, dude, this is an unflattering pose. I look a little chonky.
I'm the community manager for Brawl Stars, and I am
I do look pretty sad.
excited to tell you.
It's like, it looks like I'm about to deliver some really bad news, which is true.
Everything that's coming in the next update. Today, we have with us Lex.
How's it going?
And Coach Cory.
How you guys doing?
Oh,
and I think these guys were really surprised when I told them what was
some
coming.
guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I was quite shocked by such a massive change.
It's not quite what I was expecting, but it looks nice.
All right, the biggest change we have coming, Brawl Stars.
He goes, not quite what I was expecting.
Moving from portrait
yeah.
to landscape. This is a huge change, and I think it blew your guys' minds when you saw it.
Yeah.
Definitely very surprised. What made you guys want to make that change?
So basically, when the game first came out, we thought that tap to move would be the really popular control choice. And we saw as time went by that joystick is really dominating. So we figured that the vast...
Yeah, there was... For those of us in beta, you'll remember there were 2 ways to move. You had joystick, like kind of similar to now, although you also... It was 2 joysticks. You had a joystick for attacking as well. Versus... tap to move, which is every time you had to move, you had to tap where the direction you wanted to move.
The vast majority of players are now using joystick. Once we discovered that, we figured how can we make joystick the best it can be? And we found that landscape was the way to do it. It's more comfortable in your hands, it's easier for new players to pick up and play, and it just overall feels better.
Right, so now that tap to move, actually most tap is just gone. We went all in on the joystick.
God.
Yep.
Have the controls
Look at
changed?
this beta Brawl
now
Stars, all the
there's
bots
dual
rushing mid
joysticks.
too.
You have one on the left for movement and one on the right for shooting. There's also going to be an auto attack feature on the right thumbstick, which it's not easy mode.
Oh wait, the original joystick had
it
tap to
definitely
shoot,
works
not
sometimes,
joystick.
but if you think you can just sit there and spam the auto attack, no, it doesn't work like that.
It's useful, but you're not always going to use
yeah, definitely can't spam that a thing.
Sure.
But if you think you can just sit there and spam the auto attack, no, it doesn't work like that.
A lot of time you won't, really.
Right.
And also,
But
since
in Lex's defense, like, we didn't really get to play it that much.
landscape.
we
The
did some,
camera
but obviously
angle
it was
will be
new.
a little bit different. You can kind of see a little farther ahead of you, and of course, you get a wider view of the map.
So now iPad users like myself, you can actually see the end of Piper's shot.
That's true.
Nice. Honestly, my very first impression was it's not as easy. It's not quite as intuitive as it was before. It's going to take some getting used to. I think that we can get to that point, but
It was a
if
really
you're
big
expecting
change.
to walk straight into it and be as good as
So
you
look
were
at this
before, there's going to be
gameplay.
some adjustment period.
I think you're gonna be a little bit less accurate, but of course everyone's on the same playing field. It's definitely gonna be an adjustment period, but I do think it might be better for new players.
Right. So when I first saw it, it took me a few days to get used to it and get back to my normal level and warm up to it. So it's definitely not super easy to walk into. And again, the reason that we made this decision is partially for new players. We received some feedback that it is a little bit overwhelming the first time you open Brawl Stars, how to play, what to do, and this should make it easier.
Also, can we just take a second and appreciate the Brawl Stars dev team? Because how crazy is it for something to happen where a whole community base turns against a new feature you added and hates it, and then it turns out to be the best thing you ever did for the game? Like, how just appreciate Supercell dev team for sticking with it, because that was a crazy hard time. It really was, especially
That's what I'm gonna pick up.
also as a YouTuber who was making videos for 2 years on this
So
game.
another really big change we have coming this update is that we're redoing the whole upgrade system again. And
For
how
the
this is
third
gonna
time.
work is basically, if you're familiar with Royale, it'll be very
Which one
similar
was?
to that.
Oh, this is
Forget
the.
what you know about
This is the
coins.
final one.
What's going to happen is you'll be able to upgrade your brawlers with
Wow.
power points and coins. This is a new resource with the old name. So you'll still have brawl boxes, and those will still be opened with something,
Oh.
not coins.
Dude, look at that
And
star
out
power
of these
icon.
brawl boxes, you'll get power points for specific brawlers.
Besides PowerPoints, are there anything special in the shop that could be coming?
Definitely. So one really cool thing in the shop is if you're level 9, which is almost maxed, you'll be able to get a star power out of the
Oh,
shop.
this was the
which is really
update that
cool. You
added
don't have
that
to
in
wait
too.
for
That was
them to
actually
drop
really
the brawl
big
boxes.
feature.
They'll appear in the shop pretty often.
Allowing star
So
power
what's
in
going to
the
happen to our
shop.
current brawlers? How is that going to be converted over to this new system?
Huh.
Right. So basically,
What an
right now,
update
if you
this
have,
turned out to
say,
be.
a maxed out brawler, it will be maxed out after the update, so you don't need to worry.
How are you guys feeling about global? How close do you think you're ready to
Oh,
do
global
that?
launch.
Right. Of course, that's the biggest question. This update will not have global launch, but I think we're starting to feel really good about Brawl Stars. And
No,
the
I
reason
actually did that
This
too.
update doesn't have it is because these are huge, huge changes.
Right.
We want to see how you guys react. We want to see what
All
kind of
the
players
comments are
enjoying
like,
it,
"I'm
who
here
isn't,"
'cause Android.
before we can make a global launch decision.
Right.
Right, so that's definitely a big change. But what about, are there gonna be any new brawlers? Are there new events?
So we don't have a
I'm like, please, Ryan, something good, please.
new brawler coming this update. The upside of that is you don't have to save your boxes. You can decide if you want to spend them now or
Wait, that's actually hilarious. Like, hey guys, we don't have a new brawler, so you can spend your boxes when you want.
after.
But,
Reason for that
I mean, hey, you gotta try to
is
find
right now
positive
our team
things.
is really focusing on the character models and getting all of the current ones up to par. That way, if and when we decide to go global, we can make more skins, we can make them quickly.
Yeah, that is something they
we can do
focused on for a long
lot
time was
more.
character
We
models.
don't want to be
and then
falling
after
behind
that, they were able to pump out
after
brawlers.
we make a global
Much
launch
faster,
decision.
it's
So we
true.
want to get all that work done now so that we're ready to go when the day comes.
Right. So there's no global. There's no new
here's
brawler.
here's a legendary moment.
There's no new game mode. I'm gonna have to say, yeah.
So Ryan, what would you say are the priorities for the Brawl Stars dev team in the coming updates? What are you guys trying to add to the game?
Also, I think a lot of you might have wondered why are we all just wearing socks and no shoes? It's like a Supercell policy. When you step in their building, no shoes are allowed. You take them off as soon as you come in. So you got to wear cool socks. I guess we were all trying to be formal here, which normally we don't care as much. But I guess because it was Brawl Talk, we're trying to be bougie.
What that'll
We
look
didn't know
like,
better.
how we can support it.
It's more fun to show character, really.
Okay, so the Wild West theme is gone. Was that a conscious decision, or what have we moved into and why?
Yeah, so the Wild West theme is no more. The way that we're looking at the theme of Brawl Stars is that it might not be any specific one. So you might go to the gem mine and now you realize you're in this crystal mine underground, and then you may have another map that's completely different in the desert somewhere else. Maybe that one is Western, but
That's pretty
Brawl
much how it
Stars
is.
as a whole isn't any one of them. And one way to think about this,
A lot
if
of
you think
different
of Mario
environments.
Kart, they have Rainbow Road, for example, and then they have other maps that are entirely different. But you wouldn't say Mario Kart is Western.
It's a
because
good
of that
example.
map. Instead, it's a bunch of different themes that can all be incorporated into the game. And please check out Lex and Coach Cory on YouTube.
Yeah. Also, some other like tidbits from filming this. I will say this was my first experience with like really bright lights. I was still pretty new to YouTube, and now today I have these very bright lights myself. But I really didn't back in the day, so it was pretty daunting. So I think that's one reason why I was a little bit uptight. It was a little nerve-wracking doing this. It was. I think now today I would be a lot more relaxed and able to be myself. But definitely then it was a little bit like, all right, what am I supposed to say again? Okay, and let's go. But yeah. Hey, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you thought. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you later. Peace.